So it is the 29th of December, and we have come to the end of my 30-day account as a newbie in EVE Online. I have been postponing this video because it has been difficult to, well, create a conclusion for my adventure. Now, in some regards, I am happy to end this. For one thing, the whole goal was to show 30 days of adventure in EVE Online, so naturally this has to come to an end. The second reason is that creating these episodes are time-consuming work, and because I have other work and other responsibilities, it is not convenient to create these videos on a daily basis. Finally, the work to edit and compose these videos was starting to feel like real work. You know, the type that's fun. Let's just say that I could be having a lot more fun just playing EVE Online, period. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm overjoyed about finishing this series. This work has allowed me to rapidly learn about the EVE Online game mechanics due to the viewer comments and feedback, and of course the in-game mail. Granted, just learning about something does not necessarily make one an expert at it, but I think the learning curve for a normal player would be a lot steeper than the climb I have endured. This Chronicle has also allowed me to meet up with a variety of wonderful capsulers in New Eden. Some wonderful capsulers in New Eden. Yeah, I have to state that. People who are drawn into different activities, each having truly found their calling in EVE Online. And from my perspective, this has been the greatest outcome through this work. I learned a lot through making these videos, and I am sure others will learn as well. But honestly, the lessons tend to teach one what not to do in New Eden. But that's all good as well, because there are plenty of professional video tutorials and web pages created by professionals, veterans, that teach about the game mechanics of EVE Online. For example, what you're seeing right now is me dueling with Chio Sai. And this time I tried a new tactic by utilizing the armored drone cruiser. I had a weapons disruptor on Sai's ship, and I was just circling around doing damage to her. This would most likely have worked well in my favor if she had brought a gunship. Unfortunately, I forgot that she was the one who got me into using drones in the first place. So her drone skills outmatched my devious plans. But that's the thing about me. Failure or loss does not adversely affect me. I just tend to brush off the dirt and get back into the struggle. It's just the way I've been brought up. And that is maybe why I enjoy this game. That might also be one of the biggest complaints about this game. It can be unforgiving. You just have to endure it and succeed. Or fail again, endure it some more, and then succeed. Or maybe fail once more, and then succeed. You get where I'm going. Success through a struggle and a success through a huge struggle is a lot more satisfying than just being handed over a win. But anyway, I digress. So the big question is, what can I conclude about my adventure in EVE Online? In the short time that I have played this game, I'm honestly believing that this game is the most complex sandbox in the gaming world as far as I can tell. I have played a lot of sandbox games ranging from indie to AAA releases. I won't name many because that might be opening up a door to a bunch of comments that nobody wants to see here. But none of those games have the variety with matching depth as EVE Online does. Do you want to collect ships and try to acquire the biggest starship possible? Or do you want to be a manufacturer of starships instead? Do you want to create an army that protects traders? Or do you want to create an army to hunt traders and would-be heroes instead? Do you want to take on other players in honorable combat? Or do you want to bring 10 of your comrades to ambush your prey instead? Do you want to avoid all combat and just fly through space, looking for the unknown? Or do you want to find commercial trade routes and dispatch raiding parties on them instead? Do you want to scan the different systems in search of unique items and abandoned equipment? Or do you want to scan and build your intel on enemy corporations instead? Do you want to be a merchant of goods, buying low and selling high, making your mark in one of the main trade hubs in New Eden? Or do you want to fool the uninitiated and steal all their hard-earned ISK instead? Do you see where I'm going? I'm just pointing out a few things that I have witnessed in this game. And I haven't even begun to realize the impact of corporate gameplay and alliances and wars. Apparently, there was a year-long war in this game where two corporations were at each other's throats, fighting for dominion over space. Well, each other's space, I presume. Now, those aren't things that I can relate to because I wasn't there. But for the players who were involved in this game, that must have really been an amazing experience. It doesn't matter if you win or lose, it is the experience that really counts. While I was preparing what to say in this video, I was taken by surprise when Chiosai, the one I'm combating here, was who has been playing the game for years, stated that she needs to get into roaming and practicing PvP for her new corporation. This surprised me. She has the skills to run a Tech 3 cruiser and blast her way through level 4 missions like a hot knife through butter, but acknowledges that she needs to train for PvP combat. And this made me realize that this game is to be taken at a pace that suits you, the player. And that is what I want to do from this point onwards. I have no plans to create a new video series at this point. I have no regrets for not doing so. And I hope that those that have enjoyed this series understand that my desire right now is simply to enjoy my time in New Eden. And who knows? Time has a way of changing one's perspective. Goodbye and safe flight.